Howdy, y'all, and welcome to our very first game of OK or Go to Jail. How to play this game is very simple. I am going to read to you a situation from a company, well, a fictitious made up company here in the United States, and your job is to tell me whether or not the thing they are doing is okay or whether it's going to get someone sent to jail. Hopefully, you're ready, because here we go. Your company, the McAwesome Taco Company, experiments and discovers an awesome new flavor that makes tacos 500% more delicious. Your company decides to keep this discovery a secret and not share the method for making it with anyone else, so only your tacos will taste that awesome. So is that okay, or are you going to jail? The answer is that's okay. This is exactly the sort of thing we want companies to be doing. We want them to be paying for research and trying to figure out how to make their products better, which in the case of a taco company usually means either making it taste better or making it more healthy. So we, the consumer, regular people buying the tacos, we are the winners here. And the reward for the company for figuring something out is hopefully they're going to sell more tacos and therefore make more money. Next up, since somehow making slime gets popular again, your Shots Fired Glue Company has been selling a lot of glue, and so has the Equine Glue Company. Both your company and the other one have repeatedly had sales and dropped prices to try and get kids to buy your glue, but that's really cutting into your profits. You decide to call the Equine Glue Company and see if you can both agree to raise the price back up to what it used to be, so you'd both make more money. Is that okay? Or are you going to jail? The answer is you're going to jail. See, what your two companies have done is agreed to stop competing. And when that happens, the customers, the consumers, lose. Companies can't all agree to raise prices back up. What we want to happen is we want each company continually trying to push down the prices as low as they can get. And that way, we, the consumer, end up with cheaper products. If you stop competition, then capitalism or the market economy just doesn't work. So, companies agreeing like this is actually illegal. Next up, your hamburger company conducts an experiment where you let 1,000 people try your hamburgers and your competitors' hamburgers. 306 people said your hamburgers were better, and 694 people said your competitors' hamburgers were better. You decide to run an ad interviewing some of those 306 people where they each explain why they liked your hamburgers better. Is this okay? Or are you going to jail? This is okay. See, in this case, your ad is in no way lying. You are interviewing people about why they like your hamburgers better. They all honestly did like your hamburgers better. It's not on you to, show the evidence that, well, maybe more people like the competitors' hamburgers better. As long as you don't lie, as long as you don't say, yeah, we tested it and most people like ours better. See, you couldn't say that. That would be a lie. But only choosing to interview the people who liked yours best, that is considered just fine. Next up, your cereal company makes a cereal without sugar that contains only natural ingredients. You haven't tested it yet, but you're positive it's healthier than the kinds of cereal kids normally eat. You decide to run a commercial on TV which tells parents that your cereal is clinically proven to help kids start the day feeling great. Is this okay? Or are you going to jail? This is jail. See, here you are telling a lie. You have not tested your cereal yet, so you can't say it's clinically proven. You could say things like, it doesn't have any sugar, it has only natural ingredients. Those are true. but you can't just make guesses and say that they're true. Your advertising, honestly, it doesn't always have to have all the facts, but the facts that are there have to be true. Next up, your company makes cigarettes. When you take over the company, you decide you want to be responsible and honest with people who buy your cigarettes. So, you direct your team to make a TV commercial which explains that cigarettes are very bad for your health. But if you're an adult and you make the choice to smoke, you might want to consider buying our brand of cigarettes. Is this okay? Or are you going to jail? This is jail. See, in this case, the ad is entirely truthful. Mr. Murray is not the biggest fan of cigarettes, so yeah, all of that stuff is true about how bad they are for your health. But the thing is, because cigarettes are so unilaterally bad for your health, in the United States, you actually can't advertise cigarettes on TV. If you go back and watch commercials in the past, like 50 years, you are not going to find any commercials that advertise cigarettes, at least not directly. All right, next up. You run the biggest and the best squishy company in the country. There's one other big squishy company out there, but by working hard, your company has managed to make lots and lots of money. In fact, you've made so much money that you've decided to buy the other squishy company so that you can make even more awesome squishies. Is this okay? Or are you going to jail? You are going to jail. See, what you're talking about doing here is creating a monopoly. It says there's only one other big squishy company, so if you bought them, you would have no competition. You would be the only company that makes these things. Now, I said going to jail here. More likely, what would happen is the US Justice Department would not even let the deal happen. They would tell you, you cannot buy this other company because then you would have no competition and the deal would just never happen in the first place. So maybe going to jail is a bit of an exaggeration, but what's true is this would be illegal. The one big company like this is called a monopoly, and when there are monopolies, capitalism and the market economy don't work the way they're supposed to because there's no competition. Next up, you own a company which makes iPhone cases, and you have figured out something awesome. A completely different company nearby throws away a lot of its extra plastic, and they offer to let you have it all for free as long as you take care of taking it away from their factory. You could just melt down that plastic and use it to make your iPhone cases. Since you don't have to buy plastic anymore, you can afford to sell your cases very cheaply. The other companies say it's not fair that you can sell so cheaply. So is this okay? Or are you going to jail? This is okay. This is completely good for consumers that you have figured out a way to sell your cases so cheaply. You don't have to necessarily be fair to the other companies. All the laws in general are there to protect competition. See, now what's going to happen is your competitors are going to also have to figure out how to make their cases cheap, or they're going to have to figure out some way to make their cases better than yours. And either way, that's good for the entire public who's buying iPhone cases. Okay. Hope this gave you a decent little taste of what is allowed and what is not allowed in the American system. I think we have quite a few videos this week, so I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon. But until then, stay safe and stay healthy.